Engineers and designers here. We share knowledge and research results on cordless tools.
We are going to compare two popular and very similar angle grinders from two different well-known brands. This comparison is mostly based on reviews left by real people who have had some experience with those power tools. We are going to find out the most common problems buyers have had with those angle grinders. After that, we will tell you some hacks and tricks on how to avoid those issues altogether or how to deal with them to save your time and money. And in the end, we are going to give you our takeaway on which angle grinder is better, Metabo versus Bosch. If you are interested, then keep on watching. But before we get into our comparison, we want to tell you a couple of things. We mentioned that this comparison is based on reviews left by real people. What does it mean? It means that we ignored reviews left by bots and competitors, as well as reviews without any constructive criticism and driven only by emotions. Now you can be sure that the information we are giving you is well analyzed and carefully sorted out for your convenience. Now, let's get down to business. The power tools in question are Metabo HPT angle grinder, 4.5 inches for $49.97. And Bosch 4.5-inch angle grinder 1375A for $49. First, let's look at their Amazon ratings. As you can see, they have the same rating of 4.7 out of 5 stars. But, if you look closely, you will notice that the Bosch angle grinder has more ratings and therefore buyers and 1% more 1-star ratings than the Metabo angle grinder. Does this 1% make a difference? We'll see. Now it's time to hear what people have to say about each power tool. Let's start with the Metabo angle grinder. What problems do people have with this power tool? Inconvenient switch. Issues with switches seem to be the common theme with these angle grinders. Here is what people have to say about it.
Switch could be easier to turn on with gloves. The switch is bothersome. I'd have preferred a paddle, which I think are safer.
How to fix it? Well, you can't. This can only be fixed by the manufacturer. But you can mentally prepare yourself that this specific model has an issue with a power switch. After some time, you will adjust and get used to it. Or you can always return the product if the switch is unbearable. Just be sure to test the product as soon as you got it. And note that the return window might close sooner than you hope it would. Not powerful enough. These are some quotes from the owners of this power tool.
1 hour later. A puff of smoke, a flash of fire, and poof. Dead tool. Burned after 12 hours of use.
Solution. Don't expect professional quality from a $50 power tool. This Metabo angle grinder is perfectly fine for home use, but if you are planning or using it for hours on end, better look for something else. Of course, professional angle grinders will cost way more than this model, but you have to be realistic about your needs. It's better to invest in a power tool that will suit you than to spend money on tools that will constantly fail. That being said, if you need an angle grinder only once in a while to get some work done around the house or accomplish your DIY project, this angle grinder should be enough for you. Too large handle. We've noticed one comment about the handle being too large.
Because its stupid handle design is so large, you can't handle it just by one hand unless you have a huge palm.
How to avoid this issue? As you can see, different people have different experiences with the same tool, and that is fine. When you see such comments, remember that they are subjective, and this problem probably won't happen to you. Also, we were worried about the comment, using an angle grinder with one hand. Remember that angle grinder are one of the most dangerous power tools you can own. So, operating it with only one hand is unacceptable. It's dangerous and frankly stupid. Stay safe, use protection, and read the manual to know how to work with these tools. False advertisement. Some people noticed that the Metabo power tool has only a 1-year warranty instead of a 5-year warranty, as it states in the ad. Here are their comments about it.
Info in ad clearly states 5-year warranty. Look at warranty info included with a product. It states, corded grinders 1-year warranty.
Solution. You can argue that this is an unfair and false advertisement. And you will be correct. Those are the brand's fault. But unfortunately, you can't do anything about it if the brand keeps ignoring its customers. All you can do is be aware that this power tool only has a 1-year warranty. And always read manuals. You can also try to contact the support team, but be prepared that they rarely want to admit their fault and return the money. Too much vibration. These were quotes from the people who have bought Metabo angle grinder.
A few months in and it's starting to make bad noises and vibrate quite a bit.
How to fix this problem? One of the buyers found a simple solution to this issue.
Put on a DeWalt disc and it did help mitigate the vibration.
So, here you go. Just change discs, and this issue should be fixed. Remember that if you have any other problem with the angle grinder, always contact the seller and ask for help. These power tools have a warranty for a reason. Be sure to use it. Now let's take a close look at the Bosch angle grinder. What problems does this power tool have? Awkward power switch. Here are some quotes from the buyers who have had this problem.
The control button, instead of being at the top front of the machine, is off to the left, which causes to be shut off constantly.
What can you do about it? Well, you need to understand that it takes a little time to adjust to any new power tool. So, don't be so critical about it. Also, one person suggested using a lock-on position. This way, it will be harder to accidentally turn off the angle grinder. Uncomfortable handle. Here are some quotes from the buyers who seem to have this problem.
The T-handle and the on-off switch on this one kinda suck. It works fine, but the T-handle placement is odd.
Solution. As we've already said, it takes time to adjust and get used to a new tool. Not powerful enough. Here is what people have to say.
Only one speed. I would not recommend. The speed is sometimes unmanageable.
It would be foolish to think that a $50 angle grinder is suitable for professional use. When choosing a power tool, you have to be real about your intentions. If you plan on using an angle grinder every day for at least 4 hours straight, this is not a tool for you. It would be smarter to look at professional models. Sure, their price is significantly higher, but you have to invest in a power tool that will suit your needs. Otherwise, you will end up throwing money down the drain. But if you need an angle grinder to get some work around your on- or off-grid homestead, accomplish your DIY project, or something else like that, this tool is perfect. It's lightweight, easy to use, and very affordable. Here is a quote from an owner of this power tool.
It's fine for small jobs. Don't expect to use this all day long. It's good value for money, but not something I would use on a job site. Good enough for a homeowner though, plenty of power in spurts.
Conclusion. It is time to remind you that not every buyer can leave feedback on Amazon. And most importantly, not everyone wants to. Also, here is an interesting fact about Amazon reviews and reviews in general. People tend to leave a long comment if they have had some issues with a product. You probably often forget or didn't want to write anything about the product that works well. You just use it. But if you have had a negative experience with a product, you will probably want to write a long review explaining your problems and going into details. Taking these facts into consideration, it's not smart to rely only on Amazon's rating. Instead, let's do quick math and find out the actual percentage of people who have had any kind of problems with each power tool. After a little investigation, we found out that the Metabo angle grinder has 94 negative reviews, 0.06% of all sales, on more than 156,650 total sales. Whereas, Bosch angle grinder has only 129 negative feedbacks out of 322,546 total sales, not reviews. That means that 0.04% of all sales ended poorly for the buyers. As you can see, the two power tools have almost the same percentage of negative reviews. In this case, we think it's safer to go with the product that has been bought more often. Therefore, the Bosch angle grinder is our winner. This angle grinder is perfect for home use, both for on- and off-grid living. It's lightweight, easy to use, perfect for beginners, and powerful enough to get the job done. And it seems to have fewer issues than the Metabo angle grinder does. You can also watch our videos to make better choices of power tools for on- and off-grid living. No gimmick here, only mere facts.